Austin Hill will be on the inside. 2x2, 38 cars getting ready to take on Talladega SuperSpeedway. 250 miles, 94 laps, 3 stages. And we're about to get underway. Again, the start-finish line at Talladega on the other side of this trioval. Green flags in the air. We're racing at Talladega.
Kind of an odd start to the race. I thought Jesse Love took the top because Austin Hill was going to let him down in front of him. And RCR would lead the bottom row, but no such case here, as now the two has lost some momentum.
That top line fell back, but now the 21 has gone up there to pick it up. So the blue and light 21 of Austin Hill out in front. 81 of Chandler Smith, that green top to the car. Right behind the 21, giving a little bit of a push. Here comes the 2 of Jesse Love behind him.
You can see the outside line is a little more organized. Some drivers are bailing to get to the bottom, trying to get some energy on that bottom lane.
Looking back from Austin Hill's car, thanks to Bennett Transportation, giving us this onboard view. There's that pass-through penalty, Steve, you talked about, Eric Almirola.
Yeah, so he won't lose a lap by rolling down pit road, but now he'll be all by himself on the racetrack. He'll be 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds slower than these cars that are packed together.
A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 trying to make that inside line work. He's got a little bit of help with Riley Herbst in the 98 behind him.
And one thing these drivers have to deal with is in the race tomorrow, in the Cup race, you can lock bumpers. You can put your front bumper to somebody's rear bumper and push the entire lap, or as long as you can before you overheat. In this series, that's against the rules. You can bump them, you can push the guy, but you can't lock bumpers. If you do, NASCAR will penalize you. See, that's an effort. That rule is an effort to try to prevent those wrecks from bad pushes. That's the reason that rule is implemented. But it changes the way these guys have to race.
You have always talked also about that bubble, the air bubble that's in these cars, that sometimes they don't actually get to the bumper, but push them just because of the air.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, drafting is an art. Not everybody's good at it. You can see several drivers trying to make it 3 wide. Kind of hung those guys out in the middle. But yeah, you try to get right to close to that rear bumper of the car in front of you to give them a big push, but sometimes as you get closer to them, that your air pushes them away from you.
That's the case with Riley Herbst in the 98 pushing A.J. Allmendinger. He got him up next to the top 2, but not enough momentum to get in front. And now the 21 of Austin Hill, how much is he going to be looking in his mirror?
Yeah, the entire time. I mean, 85% of it. You know, look at his eyes. So watch this ride along. You know, that look rear view, right? Left. So that's the rear view mirror. When he glances to the left, our right, there's a mirror on the left side of the car, so he can see the cars underneath him. So right now, he knows the 16 Allmendinger is underneath him. He saw that happening. He could have tried to block it. He decided not to.
Allmendinger takes the lead, and he slides in front of the 21 of Hill. And now Allmendinger in control of this race.
We've talked a lot about what it takes to make the passes. We haven't talked a lot about the defensive moves, the blocking we're going to see. And I think at this point of the race, you're not going to see a whole lot of big blocks because losing the lead, no big deal at lap 5. But you kind of get a little bit of a test of how quickly these runs come later in the race, especially the closing laps. You're going to see, well, there's one. A defensive move by Allmendinger to move up to the upper lane.
I think a little bit of a change, though, is there's only 20 laps till the end of stage 1, and points are going to be paid. So this aggressive block right there by Sam Mayer, and that one car, the blue and white car, made a big block. That was just the fear of losing track position.
Riley Herbst is also doing some blocking in the 98. And as he went up to block that second line up top.
Oh, Taylor Gray thought about it. That black car, the number 19. He was late with the block. Now he's in the middle. No man's land. Look how much slower. Now he's still wide open. This speed distance or difference right here is purely no one in line with him. That's the difference between the drafts.
Ryan Sieg has thrown his name into the hat now in the 39. He's on the bottom, the second car on the bottom. And now two drivers coming together, probably thinking about side drafting. Sam Mayer in the 1 on the inside, and the 16 of Allmendinger leading on the outside with a push from the 98 of Herbst.
Well, we just saw the block that Sam Mayer was willing to put on Ryan Sieg, and that gave him the opportunity to take the lead of this race. That shows you how important it is.
Underway from Talladega. It's the second race of the playoffs for the Xfinity Series. And Sam Mayer out in front here at the 2.66 mile Superspeedway.